Rosie travels a lot. Every month, she will be traveling in one place or the other. In this way, she meets a lot of different people: hotel managers, cab drivers. Sometimes in the cafe, she meets different people, and this way, she remains busy. She can speak English, but she has a major problem. She has a difficulty in understanding, as listening skill is not good. She has not developed her listening skill. She can understand if someone talks to her very slowly or in a soft accent. So, this is the problem with many of us. We can speak, but when it comes to understanding, we face a lot of difficulty. It's a big challenge. We can't understand what others say, and that's how we fail to communicate properly. But there are ways, there are tricks which can help you to develop your listening skill. If you do these two things, your success is 100% guaranteed. Listen to a lot of English every day. Do it for a long period of time. But you may ask me, but how to do? I have very less time. Let me share with you 3 ways by which you will be able to overcome this problem. So before we start, my name is Rupam and I welcome you all to my channel. If you like my video, please do subscribe. There are so many videos in my channel. You can watch those videos also. So, tip number 1. Firstly, you need to download a lot of English listening materials in your mobile phone. This way, you can listen to English anywhere, anytime. Now, you may ask, what type of English material we can download? Well, my favorite is podcast. Podcasts are audio shows which you can download from the internet for free. To download podcast in your mobile phone, you need to have a podcast app. Go to your app store and search for podcast and pick one with good ratings. I'm sharing this screenshot with you. Once installed, open the podcast app and search for podcast by entering a search team. I'm more interested in scary stories. So this is what I find. After that, you will be able to download or you will be able to listen to that. Few podcast channels which I personally like are: number 1, Cupid's ESL podcast. This podcast is hosted by a group of English teachers. Isn't it good? Also, you can watch this one, Effortless English Podcast. Another podcast to help you improve your English. The third one is the No Sleep Podcast. If you like scary movies, this one is for you. Success tip number 2. Take a look at these activities, okay? And try to think what's common between these all. Driving, riding a bus or a train, doing household things like washing clothes, cooking, working out, waiting for someone. These activities has one thing in common. What is that? They don't require high concentration or deep thinking. Throughout the day, there are a lot of activities, like the examples which I just gave you. These are the best time which you can use properly and you can improve your English listening skill. Suppose you are driving. Make sure that you put on a podcast and listen to that. Suppose you are cooking. You can also listen to something, right? Cooking doesn't need so much of attention. So you can play something at the background and you can keep cooking. In this way, you are getting time to develop your listening skill also. So in this way, you can find out at least 1 hour in a day where you can listen to something. Isn't it a good idea? Let me know. Many people creep, many people complain they don't have time. But if you use your time wisely, if you can manage your time properly, we all can find out some time for ourselves, for our development. So this is one way wherein you can find out some time just for yourself. Even busy people can do this. Success tip number 3. We all spend time every day. We take out some time for ourselves to entertain ourselves, like surfing the internet, chatting with our friends in WhatsApp, playing some video games. We spend most of the time in these activities. Why? Because they are entertaining and we don't feel like we are wasting time. Isn't it right? So if you want to spend a lot of time improving your listening skill, just make it interesting. Just make it entertaining. If you do so, it is easy to improve your listening skill. But now you can ask, how to make listening in English fun? Well, let me give you a couple of examples. Number 1, watching YouTube is a great way to improve your English listening skill. Whatever you are interested in, just open in YouTube and just watch. Along with watching, you are also improving your listening skill. Number 2, we all love comedy and jokes. If your mood is off, if you're feeling low, if you are sad, still you can listen to comedies because it uplifts our mood and we feel happy.
देखो भाई साहब कहाँ
So try to listen to some comedy shows whenever you are tired or whenever you feel you don't want to do anything. YouTube has a great feature. The videos which are interesting, the videos which public like, YouTube promotes those. So if you just type in the YouTube whatever you want to search, it will give you the best result. All you need is to just click on the thumbnails which you feel should be more interesting. That is why YouTube is so addictive and you can use that to your advantage. Another great way you can develop your listening in YouTube is that YouTube has an option of captions, that is subtitles. As a beginner, when you start listening or watching some English videos, it will be difficult for you to understand. So you can always switch on the subtitles. But make sure that whenever you are switching on the subtitle, concentrate more on the listening. Subtitles should not be there every time. It's just when you don't understand. At the beginning, you should have the subtitles so that you understand what the video is all about. Slowly, as you keep watching for a day or for a week, for a month, your listening will improve. That time, you can switch off the captions or the subtitles. So my dear friends, these are the few tips which I have with you and I'm sharing with you today. I wish you all the very best. Please take out time to practice because practice makes a man perfect. I wish you all the very best. See you again.